Hello guys, my name is Emmanuel Mensah. I come from Ghana and currently studying internal medicine at Wanan Medical College. This video is for those people who are interested in schooling abroad, specifically China, but don't know how to start, right? Yesterday, somebody posted in the Kingdom Advanced Scholarship WhatsApp group that, oh, I'm currently doing my national service. He is looking for opportunity to pursue master's degree after the national service, but he doesn't know how to start or where to even apply for scholarship. So this video is going to be a little bit long. I'll take you through. See, I have so much presentations here. So it's going to take like maybe 30 minutes, I think so. So I hope that at the end of this video, you can know much about or how to apply for scholarship by yourself. So it's going to be a little bit long. So I've taken screenshots. I just took screenshots of some of the most common application portal system, right? In China, about I think 70% of the schools or universities they use the same application system, right? So if you're able to go through the presentation that I'm going to show you, you are at least 70% guaranteed that you can apply for most of the schools in China. However, if you open any other school's website and you are finding it difficult, you can just take screenshots and ask in the Kingdom Advanced Scholarship WhatsApp group. But before I continue today's presentation, I would like to sing first, and once I'm done, we will continue. Okay. Jesus, Jesus, ajinkwawo na wo yo hene ampo. Jesus, yeah, Jesus, ajinkwawo na wo yo hene ampa. Ajinkwawo na wo yo hene yanyamye amparase. Ajinkwawo na wo yo hene ampa. Imoledo okunkun parada. Imoledo òkùnkùn 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 parada. So guys, I'm done. So let's continue, okay? As I said, Emmanuel Mensah from Ghana. And after this presentation, you have some questions, you can reach out to us through this email, apply.kingdomadvancedscholarship@gmail.com. Okay. So why study in China? In China currently, research-wise, scientific research-wise, they have some of the top universities globally. So if you want to do research scientific-wise, like physics, chemistry, or now Chinese universities, they are ranked among the top, and they have some opportunities, right? Like you have the opportunity to learn the Chinese language, like that's like extracurricular activity, right? Since you're studying in the country, you will learn 1 or 2 Chinese, which will help you, right? At least you can get another language. So if you can speak English and a little bit Chinese, or if you're coming from a French-speaking country and then you learn Chinese, right? It's going to at least improve your resume and For example, if you are a doctor and you can speak a bit of Chinese, it means that if a new patient comes and is from China or any Chinese-speaking countries, you can, right? You can help treat that particular person. So that become an extra advantage for you. And in China, the tuition fee is not very, very expensive, and the cost of living is also a bit lower. And one of the most important reason for this particular presentation is the scholarship opportunities in China. If you submit the right application to the right school and you try your best to submit like more schools, the chance of you getting scholarship is a bit higher as compared to other parts of the world. So here, even in this country now, the competition is becoming higher and higher, but the chance of you getting scholarship in China for, let's say, bachelor's, master's, or PhD is a bit higher. So that's one of the reasons. These are some of the reasons why I recommend you to, pursue your education in China. So today I'm going to focus on the provincial scholarship. Now, in China, the highest form of scholarship that you can get is the Chinese government scholarship. That one, it covers your tuition fee, your accommodation fee, right? Your living allowance, right? They'll pay for your visa extension, your healthcare, like health insurance and all those stuff. This scholarship, the Chinese government scholarship, will cover all of that. However, the chances of you getting is, I think, is like less than 20% because a lot of people are applying to. And these days, I think from last 3 years, students are allowed to submit to only one university. So it means that if you want to apply for the Chinese government scholarship and you are an international student, you can apply to only one school. So if you don't get, that's all. Right before you could choose 3 schools. So if one doesn't get, you can get the other one. But now it's only one school. So the chance of getting is very low. And if your GPA is less than 3.0 out of 4, the chances are that is difficult. You should have a very strong application with working experience and all those stuff. So it's a bit high, but it's one of the best scholarships in China. Now, the second one, right, is the provincial level scholarship. This provincial one is like, in China, if you say province, it's like region. In Ghana, we have Western region, right? We have Central region, yeah. So this one is the regional level. If you are from Nigeria, this is like the state level, right? You have states, right? So this one, the second one, which that's the one I'm going to focus much on, it, the provincial level. This one, the chance of getting is a bit higher than the government one or the national one. This one, most of the universities have provincial level scholarship, and the chance of you getting is about 35 to 45%. So if you apply to more schools, the chance of you getting one is higher. And this one, the third one, is the school or university level scholarship. That one includes the presidential scholarship, or sometimes the government give this one, the school, that is the teachers within the school, take care of this scholarship. The school decide everything, right? So they can say, okay, this student, after interviewing him, we recommend him to, they can recommend you for the president's scholarship if they have, or sometimes the school have like free tuition scholarship they can give you, or partial, like 50% scholarship, or sometimes they can give you some amount of money that you can use for your living, right, as living allowance. So it depends, right? You can get a provincial level scholarship that can cover your tuition fee and accommodation fee, and even give you some living allowance. Okay, like myself now, I'm in Anhui province. I'm in Wanan Medical College, and I have the provincial level scholarship. It covers my tuition fee, so I don't pay tuition fee for my master's, right? And then at the end of the month, they also send us 600 RMB, right? So my tuition fee is covered, and then I have some form of living allowance, and also, so me, I only pay the accommodation fee every year, right? So, and it's good for a medical program. If your tuition fee is covered, that is the tuition fee is the most expensive, right? It's like 30,000 RMB. If you convert it to Ghana, it's like almost 60,000 Ghana cedis. So if the tuition fee is covered, most of the cost is taken, and that's the headache. That's the most difficult stuff. Once your tuition fee is covered, I think the rest is not, it's not going to be very difficult. Wait for me. I'm coming. I want to convert to dollars, so you can see the tuition fee here. So the tuition fee is approximately like $4,500. In Ghana cedis will be like almost 50,000 Ghana cedis. In Nigeria will be almost 6 million naira. So it's higher. It's expensive, right? So if you get this provincial level one, yeah, you are good to go. And the university level scholarship, also you can get the full tuition. You can get even your accommodation can be taken care of. So all this you will know once you start applying, right? On the school website, you will know that, okay, this school will offer this scholarship opportunity, so you apply. Okay, so that you can get a university level scholarship, which is very good. You can get provincial level scholarship, which is also very good, right? So because you can have a province, but the province have so many universities, like so many higher level universities. Let's say Jiangsu province, right? They have so many high, like top rank universities. So it's provincial level scholarship, but the amount they're going to give is going to be lesser because they have to spread the money to several universities. So you can get Jiangsu province scholarship, but it's just 30,000. But you can get university scholarship in other province, which can offer you free tuition accommodation, even allowance. Okay, so try to apply to any school. Once you open the application portal, try to apply to the ones that the school have. Okay. So today my focus will be on the provincial level scholarship and the university level scholarship. Let me check if it is recorded. Yeah, it is recorded. So you need, those of you who don't know how to start or where to start, if you want to apply for scholarship in China and as a matter of fact other parts of the world, you need some application materials. So you need your degree certificate. Like if you want to apply for masters, you need notarized certificate, right? So your bachelor's degree, you have to notarize it. And if you want to apply for bachelor's, that is if you are coming from high school, right? If you are coming from secondary college, add Bishop Porter Girls, and Fantiman, all this, like if you are coming from high school, then you need your WASI results. Okay, you need to print your WASI, scan your WASI results and then use for the application. However, some of the universities need to confirm. So you need to get your WASI results checker, right? You buy, I think it's like 10 cedis or 20 cedis. You buy the WASI checker and then you give to the school so the school can verify your certificate, your high school certificate online, okay? And they also need academic transcripts. Academic transcript is those of you who are doing bachelor's, at the end of the year or your 4-year program, you might have studied like at least 30 different subjects. So the universities will want to know all the score sheet, right? All the marks you got for all the programs. So, and at the end, I believe most of the universities will give you GPA. So most of the transcripts, this will help the school know how consistent you are academically. So from first year to fourth year, they'll just be checking. And also they will, for example, if you let's say you studied let's say biochemistry, right? And then you want to apply for masters in maybe a particular maybe analytic chemistry or other type of chemistry, they will check your transcript and see that that particular field you want to go, whether you performed really well, right? Because that is the field you want to master. So if you want to master in that field, it means that you should get like higher scores in that particular subject. I hope you understand my point. And then we there's another section called the statement, the personal statement, right? Or statement of purpose. Most of the universities require this. The name could be different. They can ask you, in some schools, it will show reason for applying for scholarship. Some schools is personal statement, some schools is statement of purpose. But generally, they are talking about the same thing. So for personal statement or statement of purpose, you need to tell the school why they should consider you, not the other person, right? Mostly, there's big competition for scholarship opportunity, right? If you want just admission, that one you can get. But if you want some level of scholarship to help you focus only on your academics, right? Then you need to write why, and that your why should be very, very strong, right? So a sample of statement purpose would be like, dear graduate admission team, my name is Emmanuel Mensah. I come from Ghana, right? I have bachelor's in this. I want to pursue master's in this, and I have a GPA of, let's say, 3.0, right? And then you say, oh, you also have like work experience. Okay, if you have work experience, you say it. You tell them that, oh, I'm not just coming here with only academic experience. I have working experience. If you have internship experience, you can say, right? And those of you who did thesis, right? I think most of the universities in Ghana or Nigeria, right? In your fourth year, you do some thesis, right? So you can also tell the school that in your final year, you had opportunity to do this experiment, and that you've gotten some form of knowledge, but you believe it's not enough. So you want to further your education. You want to gain advanced knowledge. That is why you're applying. So uh, you want uh, you want the school to consider it for scholarship opportunity. You can say, oh, if I get scholarship opportunity, like for example, if my tuition fee is covered, and that will allow me to focus, much on my academic, or if you are doing clinical work, clinical studies, right? And you don't have to be thinking, oh, school fees, they are going to sack you, all those things. So you have to tell them why. I'm talking about personal statement or statement of purpose. Okay, you should justify the reason, because there are so many applicants. Sometimes they can get like, let's say, 100 applicants and they have to take like 20. So masters, they won't take much, because masters is one supervisor per student. So the chances, you need to state this reason very, very well. And then there's uh, language proficiency. So if you are coming from West Africa, in West Africa, we do the WASI, right? So if you scored like C4, B3, B2, B1, or A, most of the Chinese universities will allow you to pursue studies in English. In China, they have two mediums, right? Two mediums. So there's the one, your program in English or Chinese. So if you want to study in English, then you should show them that you are fluent in English, right? So you need this. But if you are from French-speaking country, maybe you need to show them proof that you can speak English. Okay. Also, there's one section in the application that says you should upload introduction video. So even if you don't have, in my opinion, if you don't have a proof of English certificate, you can use that option to introduce yourself. Try your best to speak English, right? And then the university, if they understand what you said, then it's a proof that at least you know some level of English, right? So they can consider you. Okay. So if you are from high school and you need this, mostly you can get this from the assistant headmaster of academics office. You go there, you tell them that, oh, you want to study abroad, but the schools require us to bring proof of English proficiency, and they will type like the letter will be like, oh, this is to specify that Emmanuel Mensah, who is from Ghana, and in Ghana we are what we use English to teach. So it will indicate that this student, his junior higher education, or they can even say that throughout his education from primary school to senior high school, the education was taught in English. They will say something like that. And therefore, we certify that he can study in English. That's all. It's just a letter with the school official stamp that's backing you. And so they can attach your transcripts, right? That shows that, oh, you did English and all the program. Even if you are studying science, it was taught in English. If you're studying business, agriculture, it will state, because the letter to show the program you did and the language with which you were taught in. Okay, that is the language proficiency certificate. And then you need 2 letters of recommendation, right? You need 2 recommendation letters. If you're applying for masters and PhD, most of the universities nowadays, they require you to have professor or an associate professor to sign for you. Okay, so I believe most of the lecturers have master's degree, PhD, so they are qualified to write for you. But if they are not, you can go to the HOD, you can go to the, like the head of department. Most of them they have higher level of education, very, very top, so they can write for you. If you are applying for bachelors, you can get for bachelors, they don't really need you to have a professor or an associate professor. However, the person should be a respectable person, right? So you can get the recommendation letter from even your pastor, or you should find somebody like your house master or assistant house master, senior house master, some of the teachers. You can get from the assistant headmaster of academics, or assistant headmaster of administration, or the headmaster himself, or head of department. Right, you go to the head of department, then you tell them, oh, I want to apply for school abroad and we need recommendation letter. So they'll write for you based on your life, your life that you lived on campus. So if you're a good boy here, I mean, if you were punctual, you go to class on time, you finish all your homework on time, they'll say, oh, this student, Emmanuel Mensah, he was active in class, he was proactive, and therefore we believe that if you give him or grant him scholarship, you're able to, he will perform well, right? So that's all they are going to take. So for the recommendation letters and personal statement, if you don't know how to write, especially the personal statement, you have to write it yourself, right? It's called personal statement. If you go to YouTube and you search for Dr. Banda Khalifa, or you search for the Freddie Effect, TEF, and then add scholarship, you see so many videos about how to write personal statement or statement of purpose. They like, for example, Dr. Banda Khalifa and the Freddie Effect. They've explained very well, right? They've explained it, what you're supposed to include. So just go to YouTube and you'll find so many tutorial videos on how to write your own statement of purpose. And if you're applying for masters and for masters, if you don't have academic papers, yeah, it's okay. But for PhD, you need a proof that, okay, because the PhD, you're going to do research, right? So you should have some level of research capabilities. So if you have papers already published, that would be great. You have to send them the abstracts of your paper, right? Or if you have, you can just send them the link, the DOI, and then they can go and read. Yeah. So if you have academic papers, you can submit. If you don't, if you did thesis in your 4th year, you can also submit that. Okay, you can submit your thesis, the abstract of your thesis. That shows that you have some research experience, a little bit, right? And then you need resume. That is your CV. So it should include your GPA, the program you did, the schools like your senior high school, junior high school, If you're applying for master's, it should include your bachelor's, high school, and then junior high school. If you're applying for PhD, it should include your master's, your bachelor's, and your senior high school, right? In chronological order. And then if you're applying for scholarship in China, you need physical examination form. So this one will give you the document, but you can find it on the school's website, right? You can download, you print it out, and then you go to healthcare facility, you hand it over to the doctor. They'll check your heart, they check your lungs, all this stuff, right? Check if you don't have any infectious disease or something, right? So they'll check, and then the doctor will sign for you. And then there's you should get a passport, right? Because after getting admission, you need to travel, so you should get passport. This one is also very, very important. And other materials include, let's say you are a visual art student, you have some arts, right? You have some designs, so you scan some of your designs and then attach it. That shows that you can draw well or you can design well, right? So if you're applying for, let's say, masters in design technology, so you should show that, oh, you are good, you can draw well, design well, so you attach that. If you want some awards like sports, right, 100 meters, 200 meters, if you want let's say quiz, right, science and math quiz, either within your school or regional level or national level, any form of award, right? Even if you have some leadership awards like class prefect, lab leader or prefect, right? All these are some form of achievement, so you can attach all this. I hope you understand me. So let's continue. Let me check the number of minutes. Yeah, maybe. Nice, okay. So for the purpose of this video, I have taken screenshots from Nigerian Agricultural University, and this school, most of the schools that ends with agriculture means that you can get some of the agriculture programs. And here, this school, you can also have international business, international relation, MBA. You can get all such programs here. So for Kingdom Advanced Scholarship, we will help you to find the suitable universities for you. All you need to do is to let us know the program you want to study, right? And say you want to study international business. You can go to Nigerian Agricultural University. We have list, and even if you don't have the list, we can help you find the universities. So we'll give the name of the university plus the link, right, to the application portal. So for example, if you click on this link, this one, okay, it will take you to this platform where you can create an account and then begin your application. So when you want to, it's in English, so Chinese and English, right? So you need to put in your username and all those stuff. All right, so just click on create new account, and you put in if you want to use email, you put in your email, your passport name. However, if you don't have a passport, some of the universities will give you an option where you can choose, I do not have a passport. So you can submit your application. Most of the application process can take like 2 months or even 3 months. So maybe now we are in today's 31st January, right? So if you submit your application today without your passport, a passport can take like 1 month or 2 months. So let's say in March, now you have your passport. So you can email the school that, oh, before I didn't have passport, now my passport is ready, right? So don't say, oh, you're not going to submit an application. You want to wait until you get your passport before. Don't do that, okay? Some of the universities will give you the opportunity to apply with that passport, okay? And once you are applying, there's a section which is called additional information, where you can type a message that, oh, I've submitted my application, my passport is not ready. It should be ready in 2 months' time. kindly consider my application. Some of the university will consider you. Okay. Once you put in your email, you receive verification code, right? You put it here, then you continue. Okay. Once you verify your email, you create a new password here. Okay. And once you log in, this will be the first page. Throughout this phase, if you have any difficulties, you can just take screenshots of the current page you are, and you paste in Kingdom Advanced Scholarship WhatsApp group. I'm there, Theodore is there, and other leaders. We all help you, right? There are so many people. We have like, currently we are like 10 people on scholarship in China here. So once you take screenshots and then you paste in that group, if I'm online, I will help any Frederick, Jennifer, Kofi Apia, all these people, they are there. They'll help you. Okay. Even if you're applying for universities in Germany, Canada, USA, we have leaders in USA, Germany, people who have experience in schooling in Chile, Finland. Emmanuel is there. Germany, we have Amponsa. USA, we have Frederick Akon. We have people, so it doesn't really the country you're applying to is okay. Just once you are applying and then you encounter difficulties, take screenshots and then you can tag me, okay? And then I'll help you find a suitable person to help you. Now we are in the application system. Once you create your account and then you log in, you have this button, start application. So you click here, you can see it's both English and Chinese. This one, if you click, once you click on this, it will open the portal so you can start filling. That is where you'll be asked to put in your passport and all those stuff, right? And then this place is for messages. If you want to, this one is to send message to the teachers, but this one is for the schools to contact you. Maybe they will review your application, you didn't submit your passport or you didn't submit something, the school will contact you. Or let's say they want to call you for interview, right? They want to tell you, okay, we want you to join a Zoom call on this day, Monday, 12 o'clock. So such message, they'll put it here. Sometimes they'll send it via email, sometimes to only on the portal. So it means that you have to frequently check your own application. At least you can check every 2 days, right? You'll refresh and you'll see here. And if you want to send message to the university, let's say before you didn't have passport, now you have the passport, right? You tell them, you use this place, you click here, you type, dear teachers, in January, when I was applying, I didn't have passport. Now my passport is ready. Kindly take a look, right? They'll put it on your file, okay? And this place is to pay. Now, most of the Chinese universities, I can say 80% of them, they will allow you to apply for free, so they can review your application, whether you qualify or not. They will interview you, and once you get the admission, then they will ask you to pay. All right. So most of the universities you will pay. So in the beginning, if you don't have much money, you can apply to the schools that offer you the opportunity to first submit your application, and once you get admission, you will pay. Okay. So this option is there. So if you want to pay, you click here, and if you want to pay in your country, you go to the bank, you make deposit, and then the payment slip, right? The deposit slip, you take screenshot and then you upload here. Okay. You can do that. Or if you want me to also pay for you, you can. You just have to find the agent, you get the Chinese yuan, and you transfer to me, I pay for you. All those options are there. Okay. If you are lucky and then you are in the same city, I can go and pay for you. I can let somebody go and pay for you. That's not the problem. And this section is called entrance exam. I don't know for this particular year. Now before students come, but they don't study, right? So if you want to study, let's say chemistry, now you get a general chemistry exam to test because it will help them to know who are the serious students. And like sometimes people come here, they want to come and work. Instead of them to get work visa, they will get student visa, right? So the school will test whether the program that you chose, you have general knowledge about it. And it helps them to screen, right? Sometimes they can have 100 applicants, they have only 20 seats. So this exam, you should take it serious, right? You should take it serious. Try to score higher marks. Sometimes this exam can include English. And try your best. Try your best. I trust you guys. So let's move on. Once you click on Start Application, the first page will be this: upload your passport image. Now, if you upload it here, the system will by default extract the important information, so your name and all those stuff. However, if you want to key in yourself, you have to click passport, like your family name, that is your surname. You put here your given name, Emmanuel, and you choose a nationality: Ghana, Nigeria, Burundi, Togo. You choose your gender, male. It is in English. I trust you guys. You can do it. And then you click on save. Okay, confirm and save. Then this is not an applicant. Okay, this is a free image I downloaded from the internet because of this presentation. Now they will ask whether you are married, right? Your marital status, your religion, whether you are Christian, Muslim, your current occupation, select student, male, female, nationality. If you have WeChat, you can put your WeChat ID here, or you can put your Facebook username here. If you have Skype, right? Sometimes the schools want to go and check what you have been posting on the internet. And yeah, your age, for example, if we are in your current country, how many years have you lived in your country, the state? Okay. Country of birth, or country of birth or district of birth. So where you can find this information on your passport or on your birth certificate. There's also address for the applicant. So you put in, this section is for home address, current address. So let's say you are applying for masters. You're already in China. So here you put in your country, your home address. That is if you are from Ghana, you put your Ghana address here. And then you can put your current, since you're applying for masters, so and you are in China, you put your current university address here. Okay. Or if you are in different, where you are is different from your hometown or your home address. Let's say you are from, let me use Nigeria for example. You're from Port Harcourt, that's where you come from, right? But you are currently in Sokoto. Your university is in Sokoto or Kaduna or Lagos, right? You put that one here. I hope you understand. And they also ask for your family members. Okay, your family members. So here you select the name, the relationship with you. So relationship with the student, so your father, your mother, your elder sister, elder brother, nationality, industry type. So if your father is a teacher, you put in education and training. If he's a worker, the government worker, there's options here. Once you click here, you see some options to choose from. Okay. And then if he has email, you put here. If he doesn't, you can create, now creating email is free, right? So you can create one for your father. And then sometimes the universities, especially those who are applying for bachelors and those of you who are less than 18 years, they want to send your admission to the guardian. You don't want to send to your father also. So you can create email for your father, and once the school send admission, if you get admission, they will email your father, they will email you also. Okay, so try to get email for your dad. And this is how you should rank it. So your father, your mother, right? Mostly they will ask for at least 3. So if you can put 4, fine, because you give them options to contact you in case of anything, right? And let me see. Here they are asking for, I believe here is, let's go ahead. Now this is, have you ever worked in China? If yes, yes. Where you worked, right? If you haven't worked in China, just select no. And then there's this section. Okay, here I've already explained it. And there's a section for you to choose the visa type. Okay, visa type. So if you're applying for a student visa, you select X1. Select X1. And have you studied or whether currently studying in China? So if you are in China, yes. If you are outside China, no. Right? If you are in China, then you have to let them know your current visa when it's going to expire. Because, for example, if you are studying bachelor's and you want to continue studying right after graduation, right? You have to state when your visa is expiring, because it will inform the school to prioritize your application so that they'll finish yours as soon as possible, and then you can go to school sometimes even earlier before the school starts. For example, if your visa will expire, let's say in August, the school can let you come in by 15th August or 20th August, because most of the schools start in September, right? They can let you come early. And most of the universities, once you graduate, they'll give you only 30 days to leave the country, right? So if you want to keep on, you want to further your education, then you should let the school know here. This place is very, very important, okay? There's a section for financial sponsor information, so you can put your father details here. Occupation, this is also very important, okay? And then guarantor information. If you are less than 18 years, my bachelor's guys, for those who want to apply for bachelor's, you put your father, your mother, elder brother, elder sister, right? You put here. And some of the universities, they will like, if it's not your father, mother, even if it's your father, the universities want you to send a letter that shows that, oh, this is my son, right? Champion. We, the parents, we authorize, we do what we grant him the go ahead, right? The authorize, that's the English I want to say. We give him the permission. We are aware that he is going to leave the country and he will come to China to study. Okay, so you need some form of documentation, right? Because the person is less than 18 years. But if it's higher than, if it's like 19, 20, you don't need that. You understand, right? Then there's an emergency contact. Emergency contact, this one should always be the person within the country. Okay, so you can put my details here. My details, my numbers and all those things is in the Kingdom Advanced Scholarship WhatsApp group. So you just put my name, my university, Wana Medical College, my address, my email, and then my telephone number. You add here. So once there's any emergency, maybe healthcare emergency or something, they will call me first because I'm in the country, right? So I can respond, and then later the school will try also reaching out to your father. If not, I can call, right? And if you are from Nigeria, we have people from Nigeria, so they can make sure the school reach your university. For example, you can just call somebody via WhatsApp. You let them, wake your father up, all those stuff. So, and if you are from Burundi, we have friends in Burundi, Tanzania, Zambia, Botswana, where Morocco, we have friends here, Egypt. So once you let me know the country you are coming from, I'll get you somebody who can help, right? And now we have students in other provinces, like me, I'm in Anhui. We have those in Jiangsu, that's in other parts of China. So if you are applying for, let's say, university in Anhui, you can put my details because I'm in Anhui, right? So if you're applying for Beijing and Shanghai and other, let's say Chongqing, we have people who are also studying there. So you put their details there. So in case of any emergency, they will help you. Okay, so let us know ahead of time. So let's go to the second stage. Let me check whether the recording is still going. Okay. Okay, let me save this video. We will continue later, okay? Guys, this is part 2. And with the part 2, before we continue, I want to sing one song, okay? Jiwa yeyi, wo sana wo fata. Jiwa yeyi, wo sana wo fata. Jiwa yeyi, wo sana wo fata. Jiwa ye yo, wo sana wo fata. Wa maya sebi, erade yama wa mo. Jiwa ye yo, wo sana wo fata. Jiwa ye wo sana wo fata. Jiwa ye yo, wo sana wo fata. Wa maya sebi, erade yama wa mo. Jiwa ye wo sana wo fata. Onyamiko kroko, onyamiko kroko, onyamikentinka, onyamikentinka, eye Yesu anoko. Onwanoko abodi nyina kutuno o nyamiko kroko 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 inti abodi nyina kutuno o nyamiko kroko abadi nyina makotono o nyamiko kroko abadi nyina kotono o nyamiko kroko. Let's go. Let me see. All right, so there's this section. As I said, most of the Chinese application portal looks exactly like this. So I believe at the end of this presentation, you'll be familiar with it. It will be easier for you. Here, they're asking you to choose the program. You choose, right? You select masters. If it's PhD, you select all those stuff. Once you reach here, you don't know what to select. Just take screenshots. All right, paste in the Kingdom Advanced Scholarship WhatsApp group, which I'll put the link in this on the screen, so you can join and we will help you. Okay, then you also have a chance to change the course, but you should be very careful when choosing the course. Make sure you choose the right course, because after choosing, maybe you won't have the chance to change, because especially if you're applying for masters, because the supervisors select mostly one student or two. So if you want to change, that means that academic year he's not going to get a student. He has to wait, right? So just be careful. Recommendation. They have another section called recommendation. So the school that you're applying for, who recommended for you? If it is through Kingdom Advanced Scholarship, you can just write Kingdom Advanced Scholarship. You can, whoever recommended the school to you, you put that one here, and then you put the telephone number. You will see our numbers in the group. And there's this part which is extremely important. You have to be you should focus once you see whether to apply for scholarship. This place is very important. Select yes. Okay. If you select no, it means that you attend the school not to consider it for scholarship. So be careful. I've seen when I'm reviewing some student the application, I see that they selected no. So why are you applying if you want scholarship and you selected no, right? So it's your own disadvantage. So make sure you choose yes. And then this section is, if you fail to get scholarship, are you willing to study by self-finance? Are you going to be self-funded? If it's no, say no. If you say yes, say yes. But me, I normally I want students to say yes, because now if you say yes, you can get admission, right? You don't know, maybe your church can sponsor you, right? So just say yes, and you don't know, just take that, because if you've wasted time to apply, right? So if you say no, once you don't get admission, they will reject your application. Once you can have opportunity to get admission, and you don't know who you can take to your government, you can take to your working place. Some of you are working, right? And if the program is exactly what you want, and the supervisor speaks English, and if and maybe you have 50% scholarship or something, you don't know. So just say yes, you get the offer, right? And mostly, sometimes you can apply again next year. So you can tell the school, yeah, this is my current situation. Yeah, maybe I can afford the tuition, the accommodation, not the tuition. So without tuition scholarship, I cannot. So I want to try again next year. Right? Maybe this year there were so many competitions, something like that, and you don't even know. Maybe the school can even consider you, right? Per your complaints, and so it's better to choose yes. Okay, choose yes. All right, let's go. Once you choose yes, you want to apply for scholarship, the system will open one portal for you to paste reason for applying for scholarship, because you chose you want to get scholarship, right? So again, you say, dear admission team, my name is this, I come from Ghana, I come from Nigeria, Burundi, I have bachelor's in, let's say, electrical engineering. I have a GPA of, let's say, 2.3, and over the past years, or maybe 1 year, you did some research, or you have working experience. You tell them, but you are interested in this field. Now my country, or you can say, I know you have advanced technology, so I want to come here to gain advanced knowledge. I want to further my education because the knowledge I have is not enough for me to, do what I want to do in the future. So if you give me the scholarship, it will help me, to first travel to this country, because your mother is not here, your father is not here. And if you are studying and you have this burden of the school be emailing you, calling you, when are you paying the school fees? It's very difficult. Some of you want to study medicine. It's a 6-year program, very long. So if you don't have, and the tuition fee is like 60,000 Ghana cedis, and it's like 5 million naira. So you try to write very good reason for them to consider you, because if you write a very good reason and the school consider you for interview, then you can express yourself physically. So this one is just to let the school, all these things that we are doing is to let the school call you for an interview, and in the interview you prove yourself, right? So here, if you don't write a very good reason, don't just go and copy somebody. Write a good reason, and once you get the interview, then you show yourself, right? You talk to them. There's referee, yeah, whoever recommended the school to you. If your teachers recommended you, like me, like this, one of the teachers in secondary college recommended China to me. So you can put his name, right? If it's a teacher, you put the name of the university or college, and the person occupation, right? Email, right? I believe you guys will do this because it's in English, right? Language proficiency. If you got like B, A in English, you can select excellent. If you're Chinese, if you don't know Chinese, it's okay, just select none. But if you're selecting none, it means that you're going to study in English. However, if you want to study in Chinese, then it's appropriate you get some proficiency in English, right? You should write, I believe you want to study in Germany, you need to get some German certificate, like B or C or something. You need to study. You can study online. There's something called is it Duolingo, or you can write some exam and you can upload here, right? But if you want to study in China specifically, they have Chinese levels of language proficiency, Chinese language proficiency. You have the HSK1, right? That the Hanyu Shaping Kaoshi. They have the HSK 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's even 6. But for masters and for bachelors, you need at least HSK 2 or 3. And masters, you need HSK 4. It depends if you want to study in Chinese. But if you want to study in English, here, your English should be high. That's what I'm saying, that if you are now in high school and you haven't written your your WASI yet, make sure you learn all the English literature books they gave you. Focus much also in English, because if you get a very good marks, a very good grade in English, this section you won't have it difficult, right? You can pass here easily. Okay. Don't say, oh, you don't like English. No, learn your local language, right? Learn your traditional language, Tree, Fanti, Ewe, but also learn English as well, right? For future possibilities, right? You don't know, maybe you have to study abroad or whatever. So learn the language. And also, if you come to China, even if you are studying English, try to also learn the language, okay? And educational background. Here, the schools, if you're applying for, again, masters, you should put in your junior high school, senior high school, and your bachelor's, okay? if you're applying for undergraduate program, bachelor's, you put in your primary school, junior high school, and senior high school. You have to put all those details here, okay? So the year of attendance, like high school is 3 years, right? So you put 2014 to 2017, right? You put it correctly here. And then there's a contact person. So you can put just check your school. They have you put the school email here, or you can put one of your teacher's email here, or the assistant headmaster of academics, or the headmaster's secretary. You put their details so that if the school want to call and confirm, they can call, right? I think there's also an option to put email there, okay? And then there's this place where here, name of high school, okay, it's good, you select. Now here they're asking you certificate type. So currently, if you want to apply for PhD, then you choose your current highest level of education is master's degree. If you're applying for bachelor's, so your current level of education will be diploma, right? High school, what's the certificate? So you put there. Again, if you find it difficult, take screenshot and paste in the WhatsApp group. We will help you. And then here you can choose the mark range of your highest degree. So let's say in your WASI, what was your highest mark? Maybe A or B or C, right? You know, A is like 80, B is like 70. So if the university chooses numbers, percentage, you click on this arrow and then you can choose, right? If it's bachelor's 2, you choose your highest. If you score 98, you put here, right? There's an option here. Here you can see above 90, right? You can see 80. You select. Now there's also a section for working experience. So maybe after graduation, right? Postgraduate or postgraduate work experience, you can put here. So the company you worked for, you put the details here, right? So so you see the name of the company you put here, and what you did in the company, your role, and then reference, right? The CEO, the director, the HR, whoever employed you, or so that they can also call, and then the email. Okay. Some of you, those who want to apply for Masters of Business Administration or Public Administration, or this leadership type of, then you need to make sure you put the CEO, I mean, your boss, so that your boss can confirm. Okay. For bachelors, you might not need this, but if you have to, fine. And this is just the same thing I said, the filling your educational history. So applying for bachelor's, you put the name of your high school, junior high school, and your primary. Applying for master's, you put your bachelor's, you put your senior high school and junior high school, right? If you're applying for PhD, you put your master's, your bachelor's, and then your junior high school, right? You need all those three. Let's go. Let me see. Did I skip? I've also explained this before. Have you worked in China? If yes, yes. If no, no. Right. If yes, you put the workplace here, the dates, right, from which year or which month to what month. So here is the section 2. Let me check if it's still recording. Okay, we're on track. Now here, once you've put in your like your family history, your education history, your working history, now you have to actually upload your application material, so, or the document, right? So the first one they are going to ask is the passport photo, right? The biometric page you scan and you upload here. Now you see you said you can upload JPG, JPEG, PNG, docs, PDF. So depending on what option they'll give you, you will choose. And then you see here, this 5 megabytes. So you have to reduce the size, okay, and upload here. If you don't use the right image medium, you can't upload. And there's another section here is for you to upload your notarized certificate. So let's say you graduated from University of Ghana. Most of the times, the university will give you the regional level. So if you studied in Lagos, the university will give you the regional level authorization or certification. However, if you want to study outside the country, you have to go to the Ministry of Education. Then they will notarize for the whole country. They will certify for you. So this step is also very, very important. Don't just upload the certificate your school gave you. Make sure that it is the national notarization certificate. In Ghana, you go to the ministries, like I think Ministry of Foreign Affairs. When you go there, they will show you where to go and get your notarized certificate. Some schools, yeah, they can give you admission once you start schooling. They will tell you to bring, but it's always good it's better you submit the perfect application at once. Don't submit and the school will be telling you, no, you didn't notarize this, go and bring it. It means you want the school to email, whilst the other applicants they'll just forget about you and go to the next. So if you haven't started, just go there, notarize it, and then upload. Okay. The next one, you see, you also said notarized academic transcript. So you need to also note before, before you can start. But now, see, they put a red asterisk here, meaning that it's very important. Some school will pardon you, but try to get notarization, right? You notarize it. Then recommendation letter. Recommendation letter is, as I said, if you're applying for masters and PhD, they want professor or associate professors. But if you can get, fine. But most of the lecturers at the university level, I mean undergraduate level, most of them are professors, or at least associate professors, or they have PhD or master's degree, so they can write for you. Okay. Try your best to get. And if not, if you are from high school, you can find a pastor to write for you. You can find a school proprietor or a businessman, somebody respectable person who knows you, who knows that you are punctual, he knows your academic history, right? The person will write based on how he knows you, right? And then the person will certify that, oh, I certify that I can guarantee that this guy, if you give him the opportunity, he will do it because he's hardworking, he's punctual, right? So that is it. Most of the schools require at least 2 recommendation letters, some 1. See here, it indicated 1. But as I said, try to submit as strong application as possible. So get at least 3 recommendations and upload here, right? Study plan, bachelor's, I think if you have 800 words, it's enough. For masters, you need like 1,000 words. And for PhD, you need like 1,200. So study plan, statement of purpose, personal statements, I think they are almost the same. But make sure you include your name, your GPA, your academic history, right? Your work experience, your internship experience, your work experience, if you have post-graduation experience, and then why you think they should give you admission and what you want to use the degree for. So that why do you want to come and study for 2 years or 3 years or even 6 years or 4 years? Why? You should tell them what you want to use the degree for. And if they think that what your study plan is strong enough, then they'll consider you for admission, right? So this section is extremely important. Again, I said, if you want to know how to write study plan or statement of purpose or personal statement, go to YouTube, search for Dr. Banda Khalifa or the Freddy Effect. Just search how to write study plan. You will see so many videos, so many great videos that you can learn from. Okay, so many videos that you can learn from. Very, very important. And then there's, if you're applying for masters, again, there's a section that they require you to get supervisor's signature. Okay, so most of the universities, like this university, Nigerian Agricultural University, on the application portal, you will see that there's a place you can, even here, they even gave you the list. You just download this list, you go through which supervisor, like research field interests you, right? And then you can email the supervisor. And if you attach your resume, right? So, and your research experience, and the supervisor, if she thinks or he thinks that you are strong candidate, the person can guarantee. And this step is very important, especially if you want to apply for the government scholarship, because you want to apply for school and you have a supervisor who will already guarantee that they want to supervise you. That increases your chance of getting scholarship, right? So take this step also very serious. If you don't get a PDF that you can get access to the available supervisors and their research field, you can also email the school directly, or because on the application portal there's a section I showed you where you can put, let me show you again. I said there's a section that you can email the schools, right? So here you can send message to teachers. You can come here and then you say, oh, I'm looking for the supervisors, but I can't find on the website. Can you please send me the document or something? They will help you. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Where are we here? If you have Duolingo, IELTS, and if you have any Chinese level proficiency certificates, you can upload here. Okay, see, they've given you the options. Okay. Next one, physical examination form. As I said, you go to hospital, you here, see, this school is so good that they gave you the copy. So all that you need to do is click on it, download, you print it out, you go to the healthcare facility, and then you can get it done. And most of them you have to pay, so you have to prepare for it. And because it's not free, right? And here they said other supporting documents. So here, if you have maybe award, right? If you want some awards or some leadership position, some other, as I said, if you are a visual art student and then you have some design, something that will prove like your work, your handworks, right? Your skills, just upload it here and the school can go through. Like if you want to study design, it's better you upload some of your designs, right? So that, why do you want to get more knowledge in design? Then you show them, okay, this is what I want, but I want to upgrade. So it's good to upload that. Okay. And here, this age gap, this country, they pay much attention to your age. If you want to apply for masters, your age should be less than 45 years. But in Europe, North America, South America, and even other countries, or like they allow your age doesn't matter. But here, if you are more than 45 years, sometimes, but you see they didn't put asterisk on it, right? So it shows that maybe they can consider you. But for PhD, there's no age limit. For masters, I think it's 45. And here, this section is also important, right? You see red asterisk. Here is the certificate of non-criminal record. Here you have to find the police office. So go to the nearest police station, tell them, oh, you want to study abroad and the school require me to do non-criminal record certificate. They'll do for you. If you are in Accra, you can go to the headquarters. They can do for you. I believe now this non-criminal record you can get from any available headquarters, police station. So just ask where's the nearest police station. You go there, they will do for you. Okay. And there's some schools after your national, like your government giving you the national, giving you the non-criminal record. Sometimes they want you to also sign, right? Like, so if you click on this document, they'll say, okay, sign here. If you come to China, you are going to abide by the rules and regulations. But you sign and then you upload. Okay. Again, if you can't find the document here, you can email the school, right? And that next step will be, see, this particular school, the particular program I selected don't require you to upload resume. But if they do, you should upload your resume or personal personal CV. Okay. And as I said, you should try your best to submit as strong application as possible. So even if they didn't prioritize it, right? They're not demanding you to upload. If you have, just upload it. If you don't, you go to YouTube, Dr. Banda again, the Freddy Effect, and other experienced people. They have much experience. They can explain to details what to include in your resume, what not to include, right? If you follow Dr. Banda on LinkedIn, he explains this stuff, right? Mostly he pastes on he posts about what you include in your resume. He will give you templates. So there are so many places you can. So if you don't have, even if you're applying for bachelor's, you don't have a resume, just go to YouTube, search how to write resume for education, academic resume. They will show you, right? You can even go to this AI, ChatGPT, Grok, DeepSeek, search Gemini, search how to write resume. They'll give you the template, okay? And then mostly they'll put, okay, the name of your school, your, right? It's not that difficult. If you have any problem, ask in the group. So after uploading it will look like this. And there's one thing I want to also focus here. You have to make sure you rename all the files, okay? You need to rename the file. It should show that mostly you give your surname, right? Your given name, then the type of file. So Emmanuel Mensah passport, Emmanuel Mensah study plan, or study plan dash Emmanuel Mensah, right? So it should be easier. You shouldn't use numbers and all this stuff, okay? Stage 4. Stage 4, there's a section that they can, some of the school will tell you to upload introduction video. Some won't. But those schools that offer this opportunity, make sure you use it, okay? Because the introduction video is like within 2 to 4 minutes. It gives you the opportunity to express yourself. So let's say you didn't even get a very good marks in your English during your high school, right? Now you have a chance to speak very good English for them to know. So if you then open your mouth, get a very nice shirt, you get a very good camera, not, but at least it should be decent, right? You wear a good clothes, you make sure there's enough light, right? And then you record. This is how you can introduce yourself. Again, my name is this, I come from Ghana, and I have bachelor's in this with a GPA of this. I'm looking for opportunity to study in master's in this, and I have this academic history, work history, professional history, and that this is my research field, and I would like to do this. So I'll be happy if you can consider me for scholarship or consider me for admission. Once you are done, that's it, right? And it should be 2 to 3 minutes. And some of the university, they will ask you that the file shouldn't exceed, I think, 5 megabytes or 10 megabytes. So once you record and the file size is big, there are some websites that can help you to reduce the size of the file, okay? You can even use WhatsApp. Try to send a video to your friend, and when you are sending, don't select any option. It will send the reduced quality, right? And then you can upload. So you upload here, see, introduce yourself or introduction video. So you click on choose file, then you upload. But you're saying it shouldn't be more than 50 megabytes, right? It shouldn't be more than 50. So you can send MP4, right? Then you upload, okay? Then here, are you an immigrant? If yes, this I think this is for Asian country, right? Some those from, let's say, what, Mongolia, India, Pakistan, right? So whether one or both of your parents are Chinese citizens, so no, you select, right? And here is award information. I was saying that if you have any awards, right, try to add it. Don't say, oh, the school didn't put our star rate here, so you won't. No, I said try to submit as strong application as possible. So here, they said name of award, maybe you participated in, let's say, 200 meters race. So you say 200 meters race. The award type will be athleticism, right? Sports. And then award level, if it's within your school or if it's within the regional level or national level, you indicate here. And then award areas. I will show you an example. See, here is it. Name of the award, you put here. Award type, if it's national. If you click here, you see the available options: university level, regional level, national level. And then if the award, if it's first class, second class, third class. So even if you participated, let's say 5,000 meters race, 5,000 meters race, they select, like, I think more than 15 people. Sometimes maybe 20 people will be participating. So once you're able to complete the race, if you didn't get out, if you complete the race, right, you have participation award. So here, instead of you to choose first class, choose third class. right? Because you won something, you got participation award. If you did quiz, science and math quiz or literature quiz, any quiz you did, if you are from high school, if you did inter-house quiz, right? You put there. What if you won is the first class, if you were second class, if you were third, right? That order. Don't put empty here. I believe even if you were class prefect, after graduation they gave you some honors, right? They gave you some certificates that shows that you were class prefect or you were lab prefect or something, leadership, right? Put it here. And if it's academic award, for example, class prefect is an academic award, right? Laboratory prefect is an academic award. If you did quiz, then you put something here, right? But you have to be able to prove it. Don't go and lie. And the time that you are awarded, so the year you put here, you save, you continue. There's another section called hobbies. So if you like playing football, volleyball, all this stuff, you put here. You have any particular disease? No. Have you committed any crime? If no, say no. If yes, say yes. Do you have any certificate of non-criminal record? That one you should say yes because you have, right? Do you have physical examination? You should say you have because I told you, right? You upload. So here you said yes. You say yes, 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 yes. Okay. Smoking history. Do you smoke? If yes, no, right? You select. And then this section you don't need. If you apply for the Chinese government scholarship, you'll get an ID. So you put that ID here. The school will use your ID to access that scholarship. But today we spoke about university level scholarship and then a provincial level scholarship. So you don't need this. You can just leave here. Click on save. There you go. Now, this is for the CSC, so I'll skip it. So I'm done with the presentation. I hope that this will help. This video was for those who want to apply for scholarships, specifically in China, but you don't know where to start or how to apply. Now I've given you at least some level of tutorial, right? I hope that this can help you. Now, in Kingdom Advanced Scholarship, we have a WhatsApp group, and if you put in a WhatsApp group, or you want to study in China, and that you want to study, let's say, computer science, right, or engineering, any maybe railway technology, right, any program, all you need to do is to put in the group, hey, my name is this, I'm from this country, and I want to study masters in this. Can you help me find a school? So once you say it, we will help you find the schools that offer such programs. So we are doing that work for you, and we'll give you the link. Just click on the link and it will take you to the application portal. You start your application. I've already introduced you, I've taught you some of the application process, right? The portal I used is about 80% what all the universities in China are using. So it will be very, very familiar. But if you open the portal and you still can't, you don't know how to do it, it's okay. Maybe it's different interface. Take screenshots, paste in the Kingdom Advanced Scholarship WhatsApp group, and then we will help you. Also, we have batches, right? Those who want to study in September 2026, we will create a private group for you. Then that one, you ask questions, your colleagues, because maybe the school you're applying for, somebody already applied. So your colleague already know the problem, so they will help you, right? So something like that. So Kingdom Advanced Scholarship, we are not charging anybody money. It's free. We are giving, that's why we've given link, the name of the school, everything. So we don't demand money from anybody. We want somebody from this village, somebody from any village or any other parts of the world who is academically good, who wants to pursue the education. That's why we are doing the Kingdom Advanced Scholarship. We want you to gain advanced knowledge. Then after graduation, you go back to your country to help develop your own, you contribute to the national development. So you can see that Kingdom Advanced Scholarship is part of the organization called Contributors. So you see that in the beginning of the video, I said contributors, educational sector. So here, we want you to gain this knowledge. We hope that you can get scholarship opportunity, because without scholarship, getting the knowledge will be very difficult. So that's why we've made this video. So try, if you get chance to come to this country, try your best to study, right? Ask your supervisors questions, and also be open. Do extra. I'm sometimes I go and play drums, right? So extracurricular activities. It's not only the classroom work. Make sure you form some, you build some relationship, some bond, your talent, whatever you can do, play football, run, you do all those things, right? And these are some of the universities that have good scholarships. So you can if you want to apply for international business, this University of International Business and Economics, Wuhan University of Technology. Most of the universities that ends with technology, if you open, you get computer science, right? You get all these technology programs, engineering, you'll find them there. So this is for if a medical program, you can also come to my school, Ghanaian Medical College, Southwest University, Changsha University of Science and Technology. These are some of the universities. This is not all. We will help you find more. All that you need to do is in the group, you let us know the program you want. Like this year, somebody want to study road and railway technology engineering. I haven't heard such program before. So we helped him find some programs, and he's already began submitting applications. So mostly the programs you want to study, we already know the schools. If we want to study medical related, we already know the schools, right? It's common. But if it's different, we will help you find, okay? So that's it for today. I'm done with the presentation. Some advice I have for you is that mostly the tuition fee, if you get, let's say, tuition and accommodation and living allowance, most of the money they are going to give you will not be enough, right? So you need to budget wisely, right? You need to budget wisely. Sometimes you can only get tuition and some money. Like last year, one of our guys, he got scholarship. That scholarship includes his accommodation fee. Sorry, it includes his tuition fee. However, they are going to give you monthly allowance. That monthly allowance is big enough that you can use parts to pay your dormitory fee, and that you can use parts to live, right, for feeding and all those stuff. And the school emailed the guy and told him that, hey, this is the offer you have. If you can budget wisely, right? He said, as a student, your aim is to come and study. It's not to come and live luxurious life, right? So try your best to budget. You can buy rice, you cook. Most of the universities allow you to cook. You buy big rice, oil, tomatoes, onions, you cook, you put in the refrigerator, you eat small, right? So you budget wisely. And now, if you are doing masters or PhD, you can get some money from your supervisors, right? Some of your supervisors have research grants. So if you support his research work, he can pay you some monthly allowance and all those stuff. So sometimes too, you got only free tuition, you can come because you don't know, maybe your supervisors can assist you, right? One of our guys who came to China this year, the supervisor is paying his living allowance. He got free tuition and accommodation from the university, but his supervisor is paying his living allowance. Every month, the supervisor gives him money to eat, for food, electricity, all this stuff, right? And so there are so many opportunities, but until you take the bold decision, the bold step, right? You might not know. So, like myself here in Ghanaian Medical College, my scholarship is a provincial level scholarship. My tuition is covered, and I have living allowance, but I don't have dormitory fee. However, my supervisors every month they give me some money, right, for food and all those stuff. So you don't know. So don't say, oh, you only got tuition. If you got free tuition, you can take. Maybe based on your hard working. If you really support your boss, research work and other stuff, they can pay you, right? But it's not guarantee. I can't guarantee you. But based on the hard work, the work you were going to put in, there could be extra fund that will come to you. Okay. And in China, you can do some business, right? In China, you can buy items online. You are a student, you can go to the market, buy something, you ship to your country, right? You don't have to doing business, that fiscal business that you don't have visa for. If you want to do business, you have to change student visa to work visa, right, after graduation. But if you don't have the work visa, don't do fiscal business. Just buy the item, you package, you sell outside the country. You can get some small money, and that can also support you, right? All this, but with this one, since we are here, once you get here, we have some things we can also show you, right? We will give you how to buy and sell. We give if you want to ship to Burundi, Nigeria, Tanzania, Zambia, all these places, South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe. If you want to ship to these places, even Morocco, right, Pakistan, India, we have friends who do this, so we just recommend them to you, and they can take you through the process. Okay. Then some common mistakes that, let me check if this thing is recorded. Okay, I think it's recorded. Some common mistakes that we do as students, right? We don't check our portal frequently. If you don't check your portal, you could lose your seat because the scholarship opportunity, so many people want it. So if the school give you opportunity for you to pay the application fee, the thing is, during the application, they didn't say pay before you submit. They said, okay, you can submit for free. Once we give you the scholarship or admission, pay. So if you don't check your portal frequently, you might not know. And then last year, somebody lost scholarship. The school wanted to give her scholarship, but because sometimes I also log in to see, but me, I don't have, it's your own application. So you have to take responsibility for it, right? You have to check almost every 2 days, you check all your application, right? And don't apply to few schools, apply to more schools, at least 5, 10, right? So that some will reject, some will give you an interview, some you get scholarship, right? So put in more effort. It's your own application. So if you don't put in more effort, you won't, like if you apply to only 2 schools, your chance of getting scholarship is 2. But if you apply for 10, your chance of getting scholarship is 10, right? So that is it. And these are some of our success stories. 10 students, 2025, Zambia, Tanzania, Ghana, Nigeria, and they are in these universities, right? They are in these universities. So this year we want to get like at least 20 students, so at least 50. We want to have like 50. So apply to more schools, budget realistically, right? Stay proactive and ask questions. So that is it. I've come to the end of the presentation. The only thing I want to add is that since most of you, especially those from high school, you don't know how to apply and all those stuff, once you follow this tutorial, you should be able to fill most of the stuff. And if you are done, do not submit. Okay, there's a place for you to submit. Let me show you a moment. Yeah, they ask you, do you want to submit? Say no, and then save the application. Once you save the application, all you need to do is to give me your user login details. So your username, your email and password, and the name of the university. I will log in and check if you've done the right thing. I'll check your reason for applying for scholarship. I can review for you, check everything's okay. Then I'll submit for you. Then after some time, you become used to it, right? Now you are also a pro. Then you can apply for yourself. I don't have to do that for you. Then you can also help your colleagues, right? You can help your colleagues. So that's it. Once you are done, just let me know. If I have time, I will. But if I don't, there are other people that I will let them review for you. But if you truly watch this video and from starting to end, you should be able to do 90% of the work. Okay. If you have any questions, you can email me, right? I'll add my WhatsApp so that I'll also add the scholarship WhatsApp group link, and that you can click on it and you can do what? You can reach out to us. So as I said, we are offering free help. Kingdom Advanced Scholarship is part of contributors group, and we want to help raise new generation of students and youth who will contribute to the national development. So once you gain all this advanced knowledge, try to do something back home, right? Me and myself, my friends, we are helping you to get scholarship. At least that's some of the benefits. This is how we are contributing, right? We hope that this tutorial will help 1 or 2 people to get scholarship. And once you get scholarship, try to also help somebody either getting scholarship or do some research related to your country, right? Me, I wrote research paper about the burden of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease in Ghana, right? Do something that will help the healthcare system. If you're in the healthcare industry or agriculture, do something so that we can build Africa together. We can build the continent. We need to contribute, right? So do something to contribute. That's why we uploaded this video. So I hope that this video was helpful and helps a few of you to get scholarship opportunities, right, in abroad. I think I will let one of my guys in US, Germany, my friends, right, they will do something like this for those countries. So those who want to study in Germany, USA, Canada, Finland, Morocco, they will do another tutorial and then you can watch that one. For me, since I'm in this country, I know much. And also since I'm here, if you want to call the school, I can call them for you, right? Since I'm here, my calling will be free and it will be cheaper. But if you're making international calls, it could be expensive. So you have access my number in the group. And if you want me to, sometimes, let's say it's taking more than 3 weeks, your admission status hasn't changed, I can call the school by myself, right? I call them. I have free, like every month you get like 900 minutes call. I'm not using, what am I using for? So I can use that to call. But if you want to call from Ghana or whatever, it's going to be expensive, right? So that's, have a very wonderful day. Bye bye. Okay.